Welcome to Overrated or Underrated. This is the fragrance edition. So I have picked out 8 fragrances that are overrated or underrated. And the first one up is Guerlain Man Aqua. This is aromatic, it's warm, spicy, marine and slightly earthy. It has a spicy and citrusy top with cardamom and grapefruit. In the midst, watery notes together with clary sage, and in the base, patchouli and moss. This is an amazing freshie that's marine. It's really energizing, it's really easy to use, and it is so mass appealing. This is not that expensive and it has a really good performance. It works for any time of the year, but of course it's better in spring and summer since it's a fresh and marine fragrance. I'm not that into fresh fragrances, but I think this one is wonderful, and I think that this one is underrated. This should be mentioned a lot more. And moving on to the next one, and I have in my hand Stronger With You Only from Emporio Armani. This one is sweet. It's citrus fresh, it's warm, spicy, and a bit aromatic. The top is sweet citrusy with grapefruit. The midst is aromatic with lavender and geranium, and the base is sweet and warm with vanilla, chestnut, and labdanum. This has many similarities with the original Stronger With You, but it has more focus on a citrusy side. I was not that impressed with this one in the beginning, but this has grown on me, and I think it's a wonderful one to use in the summertime. Probably this is the best Stronger With You to spray on when it's warm outside. The performance, however, is not as good as the other Stronger With You fragrances, but I do think this is kind of underrated, and I think that maybe many had the same reactions as I did to this, that it was not an instant love, but when you wear this and when you smell this out for a while, it grows on you. So Stronger With You Only, underrated. And the next one up is Montblanc Black Old. This is a musky oud and rose focused fragrance. This has a beast mode performance, and the notes are rose, agarwood, patchouli, musk, French labdanum, and mandarin orange. Do not wear this in the spring and summer because it's not a warm weather fragrance. Wear it in the fall and in the winter. And do remember, it is a beast mode performer, so you don't have to overspray it. So how about this? Is it underrated or overrated? This is crazy overrated. This smells horrible, and I wouldn't recommend anyone wearing this. And the next one up is one that I get so many different opinions about. It seems like half of you love it and half of you absolutely hate it or just think it's not special enough. And the one is Herrera Bad Boy Cobalt Parfum Electric. This is woody, aromatic, a bit earthy, fruity, and fresh spicy. The top notes are pink, pepper, and lavender, so a fresh and spicy top. In the midst, my favorite fruity note, plum together with geranium. And in the base, truffle, cedar, and oak. I think this is a wonderful fragrance, and I really love the combination of the plum together with the earthy side. The performance is about average, but the people close to you can definitely pick it up, even if it doesn't take over a room. I think this is the kind of fragrance that works all year round, wear it in cold weather or on summer evenings. So how about it? Is it underrated or overrated? I would say that it's just in the middle. It's not underrated, it's not overrated, it just seems to be a very polarizing kind of scent. Some of you love it, some of you don't think it's good enough. I think it's wonderful on a man. And coming up we have another freshie, and this is a freshie that's really unique. And the one is Galloway from Parfums de Marly, and what we have here is a citrus fresh fragrance that's slightly spicy, musky, and powdery with a white floral touch. This has a wonderful citrusy top together with pepper. In the midst, white floral and sweet orange blossom together with iris. And the base is warm and musky with amber. This is a different kind of freshie. It's a really citrusy, beautiful freshie, but this also has that prominent side of the white florals, something powdery, and the musky base. This is a freshie that's really different from everything else. It comes at you in layers. So when you have it on, you get this citrusy freshness. Then after a while, you get these white floral notes coming after you, and then you have this powdery, musky wrapping, just keeping it all together in the best possible way. This is a freshie, but for being a freshie, I think this has great performance. It really stays on your skin for long. When you have it on, you can really smell it yourself, and you can pick up that beautiful scent cloud that you walk around with. But even so, this is of course best in the warmer months of the year, and it performs best when it's warm outside. So do I think this is underrated or overrated? Well, due to the fact that I don't hear that many talk about this one, and all of the other Parfums Somalia fragrances are mentioned so much more often, I think this is kind of underrated. And that's because I think it should be mentioned more, and I think that we really should appreciate it for being a really unique freshie. And now we have a cheapie coming up that I know that a lot of men think smells wonderful and probably wear on a daily basis. And it is Boss Bottle from Hugo Boss. And this one is woody, fruity, warm, spicy and aromatic. The top notes are fruity and fresh with plum, apple, citrus, oak moss and geranium. In the midst, mahogany, carnation and cinnamon. And the base is woody with vanilla. The performance on this one is average, and I think that the performance is just about that strong that most people feel comfortable wearing it. You can probably wear it all year around, but it won't project like crazy, no matter if it's warm outside or cold. So do I think this is overrated or underrated? Well, I do know that a lot of guys really love this one, but I actually think that that's maybe because they haven't tried so many other fragrances, because if they did, they would realize that the world is full of so many much better scents. So to me, this is a bit overrated. There are so many fragrances that you can wear instead of this that will make you smell like 1,000 times better. And the next one is one that I actually try to mention as often as I can, and this is Gucci Guilty Cologne Pour Homme. This is aromatic, it's woody, it's fresh, spicy, and it's a bit powdery. It has a wonderful aromatic and citrusy opening with bergamot, juniper, and rosemary. In the midst, green cypress, floral, heliotrope, and violet. And in the base, white musk, cedar, and patchouli. This is so unique. This is fresh, it's powdery, it's slightly floral, and it's really different. It makes you stand out in the best possible way, and definitely in the warmer months of the year like spring and summer. Also one that is perfect to wear to the gym or to work any time of the year. This smells wonderful when you are inside, but it also smells wonderful when your body gets a bit warm, like in the gym or just when you're out in the sun. The performance is a bit above average, and that's like how the Gucci Guilty fragrances usually are. Just enough to be noticed, but not too much to bother anyone. So do I think this is overrated or underrated? I think this is so underrated. This should be worn by so many more men, and I actually wear it myself just because there's no one out there wearing it and I want to smell it because it's so good. And the next one up is Shagaf Oud from Swiss Arabian. This one is a sweet and warm, spicy oud and rose focused fragrance. It has saffron in the top, oud and rose in the midst, and vanilla and praline in the base. So as you can understand, this is a sweet one with the oud together with the praline and vanilla, and then some floral on top with that rose. And the saffron that goes so well together with the combo of oud and rose. This has a beast mode performance. It is so strong that you almost can't get rid of it. And I actually have someone who sprays this on me when he wants to bother me with something. And that is like the worst thing ever, because it actually requires like a shower to get it off. And with that said, I think you know that I think this is widely overrated. This is a horrible fragrance. I wouldn't recommend anyone wearing it. I know that there are going to be a lot of you guys upset in the comments. I know you love this one. I know there are so many out there who loves this one, but I just can't stand it. So that's my opinion on 8 fragrances. Tell me about one fragrance that you think are so underrated in the fragrance world. Like the video, subscribe to my channel with the notifications bell on, and do leave a super thanks if you want to support my work. And I'll see you next time. Bye!